Well, welcome back to the Sports Bar here at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland to come through with a famous victory down on Teesside this evening. Danny, it felt good.
It did indeed, yeah. Much needed 3 points after Saturday. Obviously the disappointment of letting a couple of points slip, and obviously into that second half. We'll get onto it, but I thought we were excellent for 10-15 minutes at the start of the half. We go and get the second and you think, can we kick on? Credit to Middlesbrough, they come back into it, and then you're thinking, now is it going to be another one of those? But lads kept on going. A little bit of magic from Lefay, great touch. Unfortunate from Giles's point of view, but we'll take it. And as I said, there, massive 3 points, and it keeps us right amongst it at the top.
Yeah, amazing scenes at the end of the game as well from the Sunderland fans and the Sunderland players as well. It means a lot to them, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, obviously in local rivalry. We're just chatting to a couple of fans come back in here now, and they said, I'm working with a few smoggies tomorrow morning, so he's got the bragging rights in the office. Obviously, that's what it's all about. I know people obviously say Newcastle's the big derby, but listen, it's still local rivals at the end of the day, and it's a big one for the lads. And as Rob said, it was it first back-to-back, double over them since '61, I think it was. So it meant more than that, obviously. Records aside, tonight it was being the last game of the week.
And keep pace with the top two as well.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, especially, Burnley, I think they play again tomorrow. We never all sort of four teams never seem to be playing at this moment in time at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. So you're obviously seeing the opposition in terms of where we're at, their results coming in. And obviously we see Burnley drawing 0-0 at the weekend down at Plymouth. And that gives you that little lift. And yes, Sheffield United got over the line in their game. But you've got to keep plucking away, and then when you've seen those results come in, then you've got to go out and do your job. We didn't do it last week against Plymouth, but we've managed to do it this evening.
Let's have a look how Sunderland did do it then as we look back for the highlights of the game. And it was probably Middlesbrough started the better.
Yeah, no, credit to them. I think they were out the blocks. Middlesbrough, as I said, they had a couple of opportunities coming from either flank, really. Fullbacks getting in. Luke Ayling stands a nice little ball up there, and I'd say Force, he had probably 3 good opportunities this evening. That there, I think he's got to direct it a little bit better into the corner, gives Anthony Patterson the opportunity to make the save, and not long after they did get themselves in front, and it was here now, is it a foul, is it not? There'll be people in the room who think it is. I'm not so sure. It's a soft one if it is, but still a lot's got to happen after there. We're not, as we said there, we're not well organised, we're not set behind the ball, and we get punished. You just see it now. If you keep your eye on our centre-backs there, that's where you've got to be squeezing tight. Who's going in, who's on the cover.
But whose responsibility is he at that point?
I'd say he starts maybe Chris Mepham's side a little bit more. I'd still want Luke over on the cover as well, getting tight. But as you're experienced there, and they are experienced lads now, certainly at this level as well, they can see what's happening, and they see Hackney there. But he's had 3-4 touches there. He hasn't played it straight away. So that's where they've got time to get set in, to get back in, and we don't do so. But credit to him, Bergzog. It's a good touch out of his feet. As we say, similar to Wilson's goal, which we'll see in a minute. Bearing down on a keeper 1v1. He opts to take the strike and passes it past Anthony Patterson. There, maybe on his shin. He does get a kick on the shin there. I think, that one possibly from Force, isn't it, on the shin. The first one, I'm not sure. And then Patrick's watching it there thinking, oh no.
But in the heat of the game, at the time, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, listen, we're getting the benefit of seeing the replays back as well. So, the ref doesn't, and maybe the fourth official or linesman can help him out possibly. And then Joe was involved in a few of these tonight. Well, that one there, I think it's a little bit naughty. I think, yes, he wins the ball and then leaves a little bit on him there. He knows what he's doing. Just leaves the boot up in the air. But we'll get onto that with Morris. Obviously, he was cautioned, which we haven't seen. And then he left one on Jobe on the halfway line setting off, which should have been a second yellow. But it didn't really come into play, really, at the end of the result, did it, at the end of the game? So... it was a good game, good open game for the majority of it. It had a little bit of a lull for the last sort of 10-15 minutes. A few changes were made, but I think from Michael Carrick's point of view, he'll be disappointed they haven't punished us. Force has had that header, and this one there, got to hit the target. Can go either side of Anthony Patterson, keep it down and work the keeper, blazes it over, and you can see his reaction there, his disappointment.
Yeah. There's more Middlesbrough chances here. They did have Sunderland under the cosh, and at this point, when Force is having shots at you're thinking, wake up to the back line. Yeah,
no, I think it was a good game, but I maybe didn't expect it to be as open as it was this evening. I was thinking, Casey, I said before the game, maybe a 1-1, and I think a few fans as well said that in the room before the game as well. But credit to both sides, they come out, played. It was an open game of football. It's good for the neutral to watch. After a lot of people watched Leeds and Burnley last week, which was pretty dour.
I watched that one.
To see that one this evening, and as I say, Sunderland give as good as they got, certainly as the away team as well. You know, as we did going back to Burnley a couple of weeks ago, where we should have come away with the 3 points there. And then tonight, you know, you go out there and risk and reward, really, isn't it? Where we have been on the front foot. We didn't start the game well, but we had a good spell in the first half. And I said for 15 minutes or so at the start of the second half, we were excellent. And here's the equaliser now. So, yeah, Trey feeds a lovely ball in. I say a couple of Middlesbrough players go in with Job, end up on the floor.
I think they come together themselves, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah. Lafay feeds a nice ball into Rig. Hackney gets the block in. Dan Neil regains possession, pulls the trigger. Decent strike. I think the keeper's got it covered. Travers straight at him, but Edmondson gets in the way of it, tries to get the block in and doesn't get enough on it and just diverts it past his goalkeeper. So, and I think at that stage we had come into the game and we perhaps deserved the equaliser, to be fair.
Yeah, as a defender as well, Danny, are you taught to kind of leave them if you feel stretched,
no, listen,
or you always have to go for it?
It happens quick there. You know, another day he gets a block in there, it goes around the post and everyone's patting him on the back. It's a good block. It's unfortunate. He's getting his back arm out the way. You see there how he's turning side on to try and make sure he doesn't get his arm on the ball. And unfortunately from his, it just skims off his chest. And as I say, no chance for the keeper behind him, who probably would have saved it if he hadn't intervened and got something on it.
Yeah, some more moments here from the first half. And offside,
yeah.
This is tight as well.
Well, there were three of these, weren't there? That one there, it's tight. You look at the cut of the grass there. I'm not sure he is offside. You know, another day he gets the benefit of the doubt and the flag stays down. And then obviously, here's the goal now. So have a look at this one back in. I think it's Dennis Sirkin actually does well here now. So Patterson's cleared it. Aylin and Morris getting a bit of a mess. Dennis does well, steps in and wait a pass from Lafay's key as well. And then composure.
2 assists for him tonight.
Yeah, he's calm, isn't he, Wilson there? And we've seen it. You go back to Hull. Similar type of goal, wasn't it, at Hull, where he's got a lot to think about. A lot's got to happen in front of him there. But on this one, you can see there it's tight. He is onside. Edmondson trying to step up, gets it wrong. And then it just a little shimmy there, sits the goalie down.
Always makes it look good,
almost
doesn't it?
Walks
When
it
you
into
sit the
net,
goalkeeper down.
And he's enjoyed that, hasn't he?
And he deserves it. He's had a big week. He signed his permanent deal on Weir side as well.
Well, and you can see how much he enjoys being at the club. You see his rapport already with the fans in a short space of time. But celebrations at the end as well, which the fans enjoyed in here. Obviously, got the shirt on the corner flag.
I think we'll be seeing those pictures for a long time to come.
Later. Yeah, and you see a big smile on his face there, and he's enjoying it.
Rightfully so as well. And then it was all Sunderland, wasn't it?
At this stage, we're saying on comms there, go for the kill, go and get the third goal if we can. We were all over Middlesbrough in terms of they couldn't get a breather. We were taking the ball off them, they couldn't get out. And again, some of the football we were playing was excellent. Job again, I thought the shift he put in later on, asked to go and play almost as a front man as well. Non-stop, he's probably put 14k under his belt this evening, Job. And he almost got on the end of that one then. It's just the other side of Wilson. So they were getting a little bit of the rub of the green at this stage as well, Middlesbrough. They had another one which just dropped down by Dan Neil. But
8 minutes after we scored our second, Hayden Hackney comes up and kind of out of nowhere really gets a goal from Middlesbrough.
From our point of view, a little bit guilty of overplaying here. Listen, if it comes off, he tries to pop it into Job to set it back for Dan Neil. They read it. I think it's Morris who's on the front foot. He just steals in front of Job there. Watch now. Job's a little bit on his heels there, trying to let it roll across him. He steals it off him into Hackney. And listen, it's a decent strike. Puts his laces through it and it just drifts away from Anthony Patterson. No chance for him there. And you're thinking, oh no, from that 10-15 minute spell we've had there where we've got the goal to go in front and then we've had opportunities to go and get the third. We haven't taken them and then we got punished and you're thinking, is it going to be another one of those evenings?
Yeah, Sunderland's shown big character to come back into the game, and we really did start popping it around a lot and nicely in the second half. But Middlesbrough coming back at a couple of opportunities when it did open up.
Force again, isn't it? Yeah, so he's had the two in the first half, and that one there, touch maybe just, it doesn't kill it dead, it just gets away from him slightly, and credit to Chris Mepham, gets the blocking, doesn't he?
Is this a good challenge?
Yeah, do you know what? I think he just gets, see the ball there, just comes away from Whittaker. Whittaker gets a bit on it, and then Luke just gets a toe on it, yeah. And you can see a few people in the room are just having a look, thinking they're not sure, but I think he just gets enough on it, and then it's actually a good save, this. You think the opportunity's gone away, but he catches it quite well, Wilson. Again, they're appealing for offside, you can see there. Van der Berg's got the arms up, asking the linesman, and it's a good save from the keeper. You can see his body weight going to his right-hand side, and he gets a good glove on it just to palm it away. But But from Wilson's point of view, he's relatively quiet throughout the game, isn't he? But when he's involved, he always makes things happen. And again, he's had a goal there this evening. He's almost had another couple as well. But yeah, just an open game, wasn't it? And Patrick, good energy second half. We mentioned him, ball control, dribbling, handful down that right hand side.
So this is the final goal of the game.
Yeah, so
Samed.
you see, Samed's
Well
actually,
read by Luke O'Nine.
Yeah, gives the ball away, but then Luke.
What's his first touch?
Covers it. Yeah,
that's
just
absolutely
great touch.
unbelievable.
Puts the burners on, doesn't he? And then it's unfortunate from.
I can't even work out what ends up.
No.
Keep an eye on the number 28 at the bottom of your screen. Just watch his first touch. Ready?
Yeah, Ayling thinks I've got him in
Bang.
a good position there, and then it's touch, and then just enough, hasn't he, just to get away from him over sort of five yards or so.
It's unbelievable. This is
And
another
then,
great angle of it. It kind of catches it behind him.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
But that's his part. I mean, we said he wasn't involved for the first 25 minutes. Couldn't get him into the game. All of a sudden, he's had 2 assists. Lovely weight on the ball through for Wilson's goal, and on that one there, just knows because he's got a good picture in his head of what he wants to do, what's happening, and he says, Luke Ayling, good defender, but 33, obviously. It's a long old shift for him up against him. He's twisted him up a couple of times in the first half, and then there he said, right, I'm going to first touch, a drive across him, and then fizzes it across. And as I say, fullback's unfortunate there. He just dangles a leg out, and it flies past his goalkeeper. And then we had another opportunity here. Samed getting forward, couple of spare players at the top of your picture there, and then into Pervader, loses his footing, and then
he just has a swipe at Edmondson.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Bang.
Yeah. I think he's caught him on his ankle and then played the ball there, hasn't he? So, we could have wrapped the game up perhaps a little bit more comfortable in the second half. But listen, 3 goals on the road, a massive 3 points that, and then the lads will be delighted getting back on the short journey home, back on the bus.
Well, they'll be all on the bus looking at this league table. Let's have a look at it now here on SAFC Live. This is how the championship looks this evening. Reading from the top, Leeds are top on 63 points, then Sheffield United on 61. Sunderland joint third, but Burnley, of course, ahead on goal difference. They play.
Yeah, Burnley tomorrow. I think they're at Oxford tomorrow, aren't they? And Leeds play on Wednesday as well. But listen, it's just keeping that, and I guarantee the Sheffield United players and Burnley players probably watching it this evening, delighted when it went back to 2-2, and then obviously thinking of when are these going to drop off? When are they going to give us a little bit of breathing space? But as I said, we're hanging on in there. What was it? 3 points between the 3 of us. I think Leeds, I said earlier on, I think Leeds will have too much. They'll be in one of those 2 places at the top, whether they win it or finish second. And I think it's going to be one from the other 3 sides in there, and then obviously the big gap to the playoffs.
And of course, the reading down as well, that gap between Middlesbrough and Sunderland now. Yeah. West Brom, of course, on the same points as well.
Yeah.
That's just as significant, isn't it?
Well, it is, and then it's almost a mini league. Then if you look at Blackburn down to obviously Watford, and I think even Millwall are sat on 40 points as well. Look what Frank Lampard's done at Coventry there. I think they were sort of 19th when he took over. He's got them going, hasn't he? They're right amongst it. What are they? 3 points off the playoffs as well now, so they're having a good go. We've still got to play them as well, haven't we? I think at their place. So it's a tight pack in there, but we've got more than enough breathing space, and then unless something drastic happens, I can't see us dropping out of that, and we've just got to try and stay in there with Sheffield United and Burnley. What we're now into the last third of the season.
Okay, that's the league table. Where does Sunderland go next? Well, we're back here at the Stadium of Light on Saturday. It's a 12:30 kick-off against Watford, meaning we'll be on air from 11:45 for that one here on SAFC Live. You can get your match day streaming passes right now for that one. That's when we go next. Have a good week. And from everyone here back at the Sports Bar, we'll see you soon.